Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. The Twitter is going, Kick is going, Twitch is going. YouTube is going. And Rumble is going. Looks like everything's going on up. Give me a moment to turn on my chat windows. And looks like that is good. Yeah, oh wait, there's one thing I always have to do with this is to hit that button as well. Turn off the OBS preview, give me a moment to check my other computer. It looks like that one's good as well. So let's go ahead and find a replay. Let's see. He was the next person I was looking down. Hidden. Right now I'm going to try and get in the habit of just trying to do one replay per person. I also see multiple good, very good ones. So I can mix up who I'm casting a little bit. This one can be a good one, so Gorge. Oh, now that's a good one. Yep, let's go ahead and get started. We replays take actually a moment to download it. Got an energy drink, I got my other drink, got plenty of foods. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn bottom left side is the magenta Chinese, we got Liquid Demu. Spawn top right side is the red Malians, got L, Louis, MT. See, Mons do, well, looks like all the Mon gold deposits spawned up north. Makes it nice and securable up here. Let's see, what else is there? Small gold deposit here, which of course will be immediately into the mining pit. That's pretty much standard for Malians. I hear the Chinese player collecting up a good number of sheeple. For him, he does have a small gold deposit here, as well as here. This one's pretty safe. And there's a large and small ones up here. So split out, but does have two deer deposits up north as well. Exotic doggo who can pet while at it. Then a sheep there, going for a barracks? What is he eyeing? A late barracks. We have a spearman rush? I am not sure about this. He does have 3-4 villagers coming with wood. I should always remember to turn this on. But we do have a group of spearmen now advance way forward. I was not expecting this, nor is probably the Mullion player. Looks like Magenta's going to try to close the game nice and early. So this replay may be on the shorter side. Slow down a little bit there. Got the monster core going on up. There's no way it's going to interrupt the gold collection. Very hard to interrupt the initial gold collection. I think the best way you can do that is with a Vanguard Man-at-Arms. It's going to take a bit of time to torch everything down. The Modern is going to have plenty of popular space, and Donzo are very nice. Right now, the Chinese player needs a bit more gold. He does have an Imperial official in the field supervising the collection, so he can always get some taxes here. He just needs a little bit more. Oh yeah, wait, no. Aged up are cheaper. No, wait. I'm thinking. Ford Bardican's son? Okay, it's been over a year since I last seen a Ford Bardican's son like this. Malian player has aged on up. It was the whatchamacallit, the Zuzi's Legacy that's the one that gets cheaper landmarks, right? This is interesting. Vanguard Scout does bring some sheeple on home. This Mazakori is somewhat forward, currently collecting a bit of gold. We do now have archer range now being established. Forward, Bardic Sun now being established. And I'm not joking when I say it's been over a year since I've seen a Bardic Sun rush. At least casted one. I think literally it was not even from 2014, I think it was from 2013. This is the last time I've seen one of these. You have an outpost going on up, a total outpost, of course. It looks like the total outpost will be built first, but of course, Bardic Sun is 5,000 health. Looks like Sunday Spearman taking a bit of fire there. Nice one of these villagers. Villager does go down there. Villagers need to get on out of there. Does lose another villager there. Spearman decides to get inside. Villagers evacuating. Very good. So now there's 5 extra arrows. Gun selling some villagers himself. Looks like we got 2 versus 1 villager loss. And the thing as well, this archer range is also being camped. It's going to be. He can take out some of these guys as they start coming out. We do have a arrow slip. I don't know if the arrow slip's going to be useful. I can understand fortified. Gives a bit more durability. Spearmen have popped on out, firing, throwing some torches on these nearby houses or huts. We do now have a barracks in separate field. He may want to go for a blacksmith to get out a siege engineers. We will need a bit more gold for that. Right in the monitor, 268. Siege engineers what? 275, which could probably get the Mazakori, so maybe it doesn't need it. I can't remember how much cost siege engineers precisely cost at this moment. My apologies. Barracks has been established. Overall, I think the Mon player should also get a decent number of archers. Against Chinese, he can't deploy out any heavy units this age, so archers will still be pretty reliable. Donzo will be very nice. The regular Donzo, he can't have to save us gold. He invested some gold on something. What exactly? I'm not sure. Going for survival techniques. Wait. They added a couple more symbols to survival techniques. When did they add that? Am I crazy? I don't remember the hammer and sickle. Commies. But why do they add these symbols here? Wait, did they say also increases berry collection rate? Nope, just meat. So why does it have 2 tools now? Now those tools are meant for hunting, right? More of these houses starting to go on down. This is what a recent patch this last week for Age of Empires 4. I just don't remember that a symbol changed. So I can't highlight what Dynasty does. Song Dynasty does improve villager deployment rate. I think this improves all production rates. Horsemen not being employed in the field. With it being supervised. Wait, no, it's not being supervised. The lumber camp in the mill is being supervised. We've got some taxes being collected up as well. Very nice. All 4 Imperial officials now employed in the field. Destroying these 2 houses would be actually quite important to help putting spawn on pop cap. Looks like only the hand cannon nearest us hitting that house. The other arrows are fighting against the outpost. Hardened Donzo and Javelin Throwers now on the field. Up north, we do have the Scout being engaged by some Spearmen. Here comes a Horseman. We got a Donzo there. Professional Scouts not being researched by the Chinese player. Both of his the Maulians do deposit up north. He could try grabbing this one. Be a little bit dangerous though. But the Chinese player just want to get his survival professional scouts to start cleaning up the deer on his side of the map at least. Make it a little easier procurement. Safer procurement, I should say. You have a number of javelin throwers here and some Donzo. Chinese players going for archers rather than going for Zunchunus. Horsemen trying to hit some of these villagers. Got some Donzo intercepting though it looks like one villager does go down there. Even out the villager kill count. Of course, Chinese player does have more villager production than one. Though then again, Red does have these 2 mining pits in the field. This one's partially obscured, so he should try eyeing collecting that wood deposit relatively quickly, and this one as well. You finally have a blacksmith going on up. Scout will escape on out there with one sheeple led to battle. Blacksmith almost complete. Down south we do have the javelin throwers, a warrior scout, or no, that's still just a vanguard scout, and some Donzo. Let's see, how much does blacksmith cost again in gold? Oh, it's only 125, so it's much cheaper than I remember. I think I may have been getting up confused with some other upgrades. But which one? I'm not sure. Local doggo does go down, hunted down by the scouts. Donzo does, or Vanguard Scout does go down. Donzo fires a pretty good volley there. Almost takes out one of these horsemen. Javelin throwers fire volley there. Does get some good stabs there. Javelin throwers focus on the archers. Very nice. Donzo's javelin throw available there. Impales one of those horsemen. Donzo engaged a couple more horsemen there. Takes some Donzo losses there. Javelin throwers throw volley onto horsemen. And there as well. Both those horsemen. Oh. Finish off the horseman now. Got some spearmen there from the Vatican Sun. Donzo need to keep their distance. Just only focus on the last remaining horseman there. Javelin throwers need to start hitting these archers. Magenta does have +1 range and range damage. Range armor, range damage. Red only has +1 range damage. +1 range armor is on the way. Red's getting a lot of free kills there. Overall, Red does a higher destroy value than Magenta. Now I've got the Formbia Garrison being put on the field. Gives them access to 3 unique units. Or 2 of them which are unique upgrades. The one I remember off the top of my head is the Mansa Javelin Thrower, which improves the Javelin Thrower's speed by a little bit and improves their and gives them access to poison arrows. Imperial Palace not being researched by the Chinese player. Imperial Palace is lesser common of the 2 initial landmarks for the Chinese. Most times people go for the astronomical clock tower to get access to healthier siege weapons. The Imperial Palace is effectively just a lighthouse with a spy ability. Some of these villagers getting impaled. They weren't Q-mood off. Couple more villagers go down. Good kills there. Magenta has 49 villagers. Red has 44. No cattle ranches. So he effectively has the Mansa Quarry and 2 mining pits for additional gold income per month, which should be a little bit short than the Chinese extra villagers. Got an archers now on the way for the Chinese player, as well as some lancers. Very nice. Lancers, of course, will have trouble versus the Danzo. We do have the Monster Javeliers. You can see they just got the increased movement speed and the poison damage. There's our veteran upgrade, which I believe is still the same as regular gem thrower upgrades. The poison arrows are nice, but I think the increased movement speed is the nicer part about this the monster upgrade. Now these Javeliers do move the same move speed as Musafati Warriors. The other two options, of course, is the Monza Musafati Warrior and the Monza Freeborn Warrior, which is a unique unit that is neither heavy nor light to counter archers and crossbowmen. Palace Guard in one field, but there is a lot of gem throwers there, and Palace Guard have less armor, so they can be focused down by the gem throwers. Archers engaging, getting some good poison arrow hits onto the archers now. S is still up, one hut remaining. Great kills there. Got now Lancer trip forward. Lancer could get impaled and become porcupine. There's only one of them. Alfonso still there, jump throw. One Lancer does go down. Good micro there. Red has more than double this one's destroy value. Takes out another villager there. Danzo do take out that Lancer. Another Lancer does go down. More Danzo and Javelin throwers being put on the field. Monster Javelin throwers. Spear slowly going down. The jump throwers are slowly being whittled down by these archers. They do have a range advantage. We saw some of these wounds there, but they're a bit of overkill overall. Does split them both properly, very good. Lands up straight forward and he starts losing units. He can't properly split. Takes out that Lancer there as well. Red still has a higher destroy value. Last berries being obtained. Last deer up here being obtained as well. Red needs her eyeing to get out another source of food. He's a Slocumuk, so eating boar is haram. Goomba does go down there. Magenta can eat it. Red is trying to fall back now. Got these forces advancing up to the north. Excuse me, boys, I can't adjust my seat. Right now my AC is out, and so I'm a little bit on fire at the moment. I think my apartment right now is like 77 degrees. A little bit on the warm side. I have a cold drink in my fridge, probably grab that. And after this replay, archers and only a couple of Palace Guard and one Spearman there, so it's mostly just archers. We got Imperial Academy being researched by the Chinese player. And we do have a number of shrines here. Right now, Red has obtained 3 relics. Magenta's claimed 1. The last relic is picked on up somewhere. So Red is winning the relic department. Cal's starting to roll on in. And it looks like Red's going to be trying to capture and put pressure on these sacred sites. Magenta's now push way forward. We do have this Gonzo there. Can easily get picked on off. Red still has a very good destroyed value, but Red right now has smaller numbers on the field, but when it comes to army value, he has a much higher army value. Jump throws are 120. His one has a good number of archers. Oh wait, they have the same army value. I must have been looking at the destroyed value. Red's creeping his way forward. Magenta's falling back. Gold deposit has been completely claimed. Gonzo does get picked off there. Alerting Red there's an army coming his way. Sacred site could be decaptured. And now got poison arrows and the sofa armor being researched. The important armor for the sofas. Gonzo advance way forward. I saw a couple archers there, Spearman leading the advance. Good volley there. We're doing now the archers push forward. Emon does take a bit of damage there. Spearman advancing. Good micro there by the javelin throwers. Trying to focus on some other structures. He does not have siege engineers. Archers engaging the Monza javelin throwers. Poison effect's not going to be too useful right now. It's actually increased movement speed. Red starts stepping away, getting quick damage there. That structure does go down, drops off Magenta's relic, or Red's relic. And looks like the Monza Freeborn, or the Monza Jumpers do fall back there. Going for a decent number of sofas. This one is lacking a decent amount of Spearmen. Right now he has 26 on the field at the moment, but not to be in the right location, doesn't matter. Keep not going on up. Gonzo engage these villagers. Score for 24, so we can pick up off. Got a wave of Sofas now advancing. He's good damage there. Sofas now counter-attacking. Let's get some damage there. Sofas now falling on back, as well as the Monster Javelin Throwers. Relic has been picked up by Red. Good try for Warlord to distract his opponent. Does get picked off there. No Mangonels making a sword. Sofas making their advance right into some spearmen. Archer is firing away, getting some damage onto those various spearmen. So he has 4 scouts and some regular archers in the field, a decent number of them. They do also have poison arrows. Javelin thrower or Sofas taking a bit of damage there. Sofas being pulled more and more now. He's got several crossmen pulled up by the Chinese player. 22 of them at the moment. A decent number of them still yet alive. Just not flying back. The short value has greatly evened out. And now Red's trying to push me forward. Don't think Red should push forward. His army is much smaller. Archer is advancing, get some damage there. And got the Imam taking some damage there as well. Got now the keep being established. Or at least a keep. We do have the Vatican Sun still up and going. Crossbone being researched by the Chinese player. Mission is starting to fall back. Red's starting to push forward. Got the keep cancelled, pulling in more forward position, trying to keep this Central 6 secured. The other one is Least captured. Does have some villagers there. Magenta still has a larger arm in the field. Red has a higher quality though. And we've got some sequence from by Magenta, some Nest of Bees. Nest of Bee does get a good volley there. Takes out that Spearman. Nest of Bees fires with some Sofas, not great target there. Another Nest of Bees fired away. Palace Guard does go down there. Archers and crossbow still pursuing. And it looks like those Sofas will be thrown away. Up north we do have this Keepstone fire, this time from battering ram. I'll make short work of it. Balls on the back. Some arrows there from the SP. Didn't really do all too much there. Got some stone walls being pulled on the flank. And now got Red's researching textiles as well. Villagers shanking the veteran Sofa. The Sofas backing on off, got a Lancer pursuing them as well as some men-arms. And it looks like the Vatican Sun's about to go on down. So excited have been all captured by Red, but we're just trying to revert that. Got now 4 other hunters not being researched. Gives access to a free cooking field for all infantry around it, including units that usually have cloaking. Looks like Trebuchets engaging this keep there. Nest Bees fire volley onto those archers. So try to find another opportunity to engage these Trebuchets, and Nest Bees will get 1, maybe 2. Nest Bees will get a good volley there on the archers. Right now this front line is completely disintegrated. Fired another volley there against those archers. Looks like the next piece will be going on down. Sofas are getting pretty badly bruised and beaten. Archers being cleaned on up. Sofas advance way forward. Magenta side or red side trouble from remaxing at 142 population versus 182. Or are the hunters being established somewhere? Oh, way up here. Batarang siege down to this other infrastructure. Magenta did a good job of grabbing some of his opponent's wood, but wood is usually pretty plentiful. Now I've got the Great Gatehouse being established right there. A little off on the flank. Can the Great Gatehouse spot camouflage units? Doesn't say it can. Usually it's the stone towers that can spot the stealth units, right? I'm not sure the Great Gatehouse can. Stone towers can spot stealth units, right? Doesn't say. Astronomical clock tower being researched by Magenta now. Magenta has a keep down here. Sofa's trying to engage. Villagers, as many of them can get inside the keep, good number of them will not be able to. Some of these villagers may go down. He does drop the golden time. Looks like he's just going to let these guys go on down. We have a number of the elite archers here. Let's see, what monster upgrade did he go for? There it is. Going for the Monster Freeborn Warriors, which are effectively anti-ranged melee unit. Bombarded there. Fires up on those sofas. Good amount of damage on those sofas. Good number of sofas are still on the field. Right now the moment player decided for Archer Heavy Cab. And good bombardment there on that keep. Will soon be going down. It is designed for just more spearmen. More damage on the keep. Keep's now been set ablaze, so likely will go down to that shot. Outside, just battering down some walls. Archers backing on off. Villagers getting hit by this set of sofa. Got some painkillers for defense though. That unit does get picked on off, and now they're trying to torch down some other infrastructure. Archers now advance away forward, crossbowmen as well. Sorry, I need to get some fluid into me. Ugh, a little exhausted at the moment. We do have now the 4 the hunters take some damage there. Keep firing away. Crossbowmen backing on off. Got a very good number of crossbowmen by the Chinese player. And we've got the bombard take some damage there from the sofa. Archer's slowly going down to the crossbow. Just too many crossbows for the Archer to deal with. But he does have precision training research, so it does get some good damage on those archers. Spearmen are going to take down that bombard. They do. Sofa is pushed along the flank. Bombard firing away up the door, still hitting the fort of the Huntress. Spearmen now advancing. Crossbowman, Spearman, and hand cannons back on off. Does he have the artillery? Yes, he does. He does also have Yuan density, increasing his unit's move speed by 25 or 15%. Villagers have claimed up all the gold up north, though barring this one, Mon's player trying to grab it. Got some freeborn warriors now pulling a field. Have also these, what we'll call it, Sofa's causing issues. Deletes his own mining camp there. Magenta's going out to be clean for that mining camp. Red has a good number of stone walls along the flank. Freeborn warriors advancing. They do have 8 inherent armor, as well as do +7 versus range. And have standard man arms attack speed, so they're really anti-range frontline infantry unit. Musfati gunner straightforward, but she'll be gunned down by the keep. Bombards firing against the fort of the Huntress, getting prepared on up. Red is also bombarding this regular keep there. Sofas takes up both these bombards, but the Great Gatehouse defending. Getting some decent splash hit there. Sofas advancing way forward. Do have now these other flanks of the Magenta starting to clean them up. Magenta does have more force in the field, Red has less, and Magenta does have better valley in the field. Sofa's pushing forward. The fort of the Huntress has gone down. We're trying to see this keep bombard, engage the bombard. And Red's going to fall back there. Deletes that keep there. And now the bombard's going to receive some repairs there. We do have some more of the freeborn warriors now being put on the field. Freeborn warriors do cost 90 food, 25 gold, like Palace Guard. Scouts engage in the flame, trying to hit that bombard. Scouts do go inside versus bombards. Outpost go on, or not outpost, mining camp. Fort and the Hunter trying to repair it on up. Got a couple trebuchets in the fall back. Looks like these I don't know what's called Spearmen and Palace Guards before. They will run to a brick wall. Right now, these freeborn warriors do also have decent amount of health, 236, versus these Palace Guards right now just 242. Palace Guard also move incredibly quick with Kings of Yuan density. Archers and Musfati gunners there. We've got some Musfati warriors advancing. These forces still pursuing these elite archers. Another trebuchet pull in the field. Scar takes advantage of the Musfati Warriors. Freeborn Warriors being forced him back. Got another keep being established by Magenta. Trying to close the game now. And the Mongolian player is out of gold. The Chinese player is pretty low in food, has some other resources low. The player only has one relic, so only one relic can be put inside for Yuan Dynasty in the pagoda. Might as well. Right now, Magenta has a much larger size than Red at the moment by over 5,000 units. And Magenta's also trying to obtain this stone closet. Mongolian needs more gold as well as wood, particular wood. He has enough stone for a keep. Alright, let's push forward some Musfati gunners, which will be carried out by archers and vice versa. These archers should be pretty effective versus these hand cannoneers, though the range is not too significant thanks to the power tank upgrade. Magenta also has a higher destroy value than Red, so overall everything's going pretty well for Magenta. I think some of these outlying infantry here are trying to build some more infrastructure. Magenta could start eyeing for Ming Dynasty. Right now his opponent is mostly composed of Musfati warriors, archers, and gunners. No, which the Musfati warriors or freeborn warriors will take into account for grenadiers. But right now I think a fire lancer could be a good unit, which you'll need Yuan Dynasty, not Ming Dynasty for that. But maybe fire lancers are a good option. More of these wall segments are under fire. Got a good number of horsemen there. All the gold on the map has been obtained, and Red may want to start eyeing to get out a trade post with some pull outposts. That's good income, same for Magenta. Magenta may want to have some villagers onto tax collection. Big fight here. Horsemen trying to rotate around with the archers and the Musfati gunners. Power cannon is firing away. Spearmen just charging forward with some palace guard, and Red's not really marking the front line, just the Musfati gunners at the moment. Bring down some outlying units. Magenta's not falling back for some Musfati or his hand cannoneers. Horse can't get on top of the wall there and comes to range for one. Red is backing on off his force. Now we do have that unit going, or structure going down. We've got Serpent Gunpowder being researched by Red, making it so his gunpowder units, the Musfati guns, will have a little bit bonus there for his infantry and give them a bit of a combat spirit after firing. So my bullshit hit my microphone. Veteran warrior scouts pushing forward, trying to hit these bombards there. Just causing harassment, causing annoyance. Press up forward towards keep a quick go on down. Bit of damage there. Got Nest of Bees being pushed on forward. That should be particularly effective against this pretty good group of units. For now, Magenta does have no reinforcement field, but does have a good amount of armory value for its size. SB's firing against the Municipality Gunners. Looks like Reds will punch through Magenta's front line there. King Canyon is still firing away. SB does go down there. War Horsemen straight forward. Municipality Gunners straight forward, gunning down some of these, or Hank is gunning down some of these Municipality Gunners. Liquid to move. The Chinese player still has not researched elite archers. Probably did not. Yeah, he's going for elite archers now. Reborn Warriors straight forward. Spearmen and Horsemen now advancing. Got another volley there from Nest of Bees. Bombarders just hit in some pathetic damage. Good Nest of Bees volley there, hitting a good amount of infantry units. Everybody's trying to fall back there. Takes out one of those trebuchets. War Horsemen straight forward. Double bombard, triple bombard on the front line for the Chinese player. This player still is down to 400 gold. The Mauling player is at 300. Of course, does have gold in complement. Looks like not a size count for traders just yet. For the current rate, the Mauling player more likely to win out just for having gold. Because right now, Magenta does have a higher destroyer army value by nearly 20,000, and army value is slightly higher as well, but nothing by too significant. Magenta does have maxed out villagers. Red can get some more villagers.
很好地完成了一个工作。 Horsemen in charge of fortune kill off some villagers, do get slowly whittled down by the various forces. Arms now starting to be torched on down. Donzo trying to stop these horsemen. Some of Red's villages going down. They've killed very similar village numbers. 90 versus 86. Nice little spear brace there. Safe side here has been captured by Magenta. Red, the central one is neutral, and the red one's, the other one's red. More bombards for forward, good number of archers and horsemen here to support. Looks like the Chinese players just immediately going to trash, not in line, trying to get gold units out of the moment. Gate does get set ablaze. Down south, got these forces moving around. And Fort of the Huntress now almost fully repaired until you see the combat, there we go, now it's fully healed, so now it can start firing away. It has to be fully healed or fully repaired before you can get your defensive weapons up and going. Which I just actually trying to trade over here now. That's quite bold. That's on the opponent's side of the map, so we'll give some more income. Got a good number of elite warrior scouts on field that do have +10 versus siege.
Trying to take out these bombards, only plus food. Does have about 20 cows in the pens. Got a decent amount of force here. They're all being buffed by something. It's the former leadership increases move speed of nearby sofas. His reinforcements back here are not being cast in conflict immediately. This archer of course has incendiary arrows. Some Magento's units are falling back. Horseman pushing forward does have another spearman there to support as well. So just you didn't see though. You didn't see course makes units faster. Got some Chinese traders that's not in a good spot though. Red's now forcing Donzo. Still got a good number of red archers on field. Who's spot a gun is still firing away. So are the hand cannoneers. Up north we do have some sort of conflict. Just sort of engaged the villagers. Magento's archers are in a pretty good position there, just constantly firing away. Nice little choke point for them. Archers take some damage there. So the second side being decaptured, and there's no sixth side victory on the way. Handful of sofas pushing on in. Right now, in comparison to these two incendiaries for some poison arrows and precision trading, these guys doing 13 damage and probably a little bit more. These guys also doing 13 damage. And may actually probably not anymore. Poison arrows won't really make too big a difference this game, or in these conflicts. Damage doesn't really act quick enough. And these traders will be picked off by this keep. Very bad trade path there for Magenta. We caught for the hunters here as well. So it looks like Red has secured both trade sites, roughly. Reborn warriors now being employed in the field. And we've got Magenta's horsemen just trying to find some villagers. Got a handful of wood collectors there. These men are only a minor loss. There's that siege weapon. Village Duke inside of the fort of the Huntress. Magenta's now backing on off or backing up north to re-engage other targets. Second side here being decaptured by Paul's guard, but will be gunned down. Horsemen now advancing up north. Taking out some of these villagers now. Oh, here do you have these forces now advancing. They're now mauling archers, more freeborn warriors. Freeborn warriors, yep, they cost 35 gold. But luckily, the mauling player does have sources of gold. Mauling sofas trying to push forward, trying to take out that nest of bees. Nest of bees does get more and more volley there, doing some damage. some of these traders are going down, we now have these elite horsemen trade forward, trying to find, does take out that trebuchet, very nice. And those Somalian sofas will pursue those horsemen. Got some more forces of archers, mostly just archers, handful of Hinkiniers, couple spearmen and horsemen there. Another round of Chinese horsemen probably hiding for the flanks, trying to kill off these lumberjacks. Horsemen pushing along up here, taking a little bit of damage. 13 villagers to escape into that keep. Some of these horsemen are going down. Got these horsemen pushed way forward, trying to find some more of the traders. Over here, got some horsemen being cleaned on up. Archers firing away. Reborn warriors engaging, horsemen starting to hit them. We do have good force of archers and Muscati gunners back here. So push along the flank, gaining some good hits on these archers, trying to also hit the bomb bars there. More archers now advancing. Right now Magenta does have a higher destroy value than red. But right now Magenta has lots more force in the field. Magenta does have some gold to work with, but mostly just food and a large amount of wood. We want to put those villagers on food. There's still at least one deer left over here, somewhere. Magenta needs to take time to regroup some forces. Let's see. And looks like he has been collecting taxes. So that's very good on his part. Yep, looks like Magenta's doing a good job collecting all the gold from the taxes, because he does need it. I haven't seen anything too spectacularly high, nothing triple digits, which is actually quite impressive, because most of the time I see 1 or 2 structures with over 1,000 gold in it. Horsemen now push way forward, archers backing on off, SMBs firing away. Overall horsemen were a good call. The Reborn warriors have 17 damage right now. Horseman has 16 damage. Of course, they have slower attacks, but much higher mobility. Reborn warriors do also have 236 health versus the Horseman's 225. And they do have the Horsemen are affected by Unity, so they're incredibly agile. Spearmen straight forward. Archers slowly whittle down these horses. That's where one few times where poison arrows are actually get some value. All those horsemen do go down. We've got a good wave of Chinese Hinkiniers. They don't just move on top of these walls if possible. They move up there. Some traders may go down here. Monoplayer does have plenty of food. It's just need more gold as well as wood. Chinese player can always go for a large round of battering rams. And we do have a good number of groups of villagers all across this side of the map. Easier said than done to take them out. All units falling on back. looks like Magenta's starting to claim some of these villagers. Red does not have really enough force to pursue them all. Horseman over here is starting to get cleaned on up. The Malian, or the Chinese player, does have good reserve resources. I wonder if that one relic is inside Pagoda. Hopefully it is. Seeing there is 25 stone, perhaps not. Yes, it is. Extra 25 stone, 100 gold, and C2 of all the resources. Pretty nice. He may even have Tide Barn. At this point in time, would pay for itself, but also one relic is usually not worth it to go for Tide Barn in most situations. And you never really know if the game's going to go on for too long, such as this replay just hit the 1 hour mark. Horseman moving around, got around jam throws there from Donzo. It does have a pair of Nest Bees there. He's going for a third Nest Bees. It's probably not going to be feasible to go for the Ming Dynasty. It would improve his, what, health and or damage, right? That could actually give him an edge up in the trash fights. Nest Bees in a good position there behind a bit of stone walls. And Canyoneers firing away, Spearman there as well. Nest Bees firing some of the Donzo. We need to start getting to a group of these archers. Great scatter there. Red is microing, dodging the Nest Bees in this chaotic fight. Very nice. Chinese player has a massive number of hand Canyoneers. 23 versus 9 Muscati gunners. They have 16 gunpowder. Yes, they do. Great ball there by Nest Bees. Now let's keep going on up. Got a volley there on those villagers. Good number of sofas on the field by the Malian players. Sofas do cost 60 gold, so they are not necessarily cheap. But the Malians do have a free gold source, better than any other civilization. Barring trading civilizations, of course. And looks like that bombard may go down. Those are trying to repair it on up. And looks like he will save the bombard. More horsemen heading up there. Archers sort of stepping away. Very nice. The Malian players having trouble maxing. The Jett is doing a great job of keeping max on up. The Malian players actually low on wood as well as gold. Maybe a good idea to sell off 2,000 food to get some gold. And there's a good number of horsemen in the field, as well as spearmen, so archers are still generally useful, which requires wood. And we've got some hand cannoneers on the high ground, which does increase their range by 1 point, gunpowder. Increase their range by 1, and reduce their range damage received by 25%. And of course, thanks to the Great Gatehouse, also provides gains plus 25% damage, so they're hyper lethal on top of walls. Spearman right there, starting to get cleaned on up. Nest Bees a little bit exposed here, but the boosted damage of these hand cannoneers will show no mercy. I'm wondering, when would be a good time for the Chinese player to try it for Ming Dynasty? Is that simply just not a possibility? Trade at the current rate is not really a possibility. Magenta will need to push forward over here and get some stone walls up in order to get some trade going. he has plenty. The Chinese player has plenty of wood, so battery rams, a big wave of battery rams, is still always a possibility. Maybe gotta sell off 5,000 wood. Right now, Malian player has lone gold, lone wood, plenty of food, so maybe sell off 3,000 food. I wonder if there is an opening there. Oh, that's a tree stump, so perhaps not. Horsemen and sofas engaging. Horseman will go down. Spearman getting hit as well. Trebuchet has gone down. Siege Walks now being researched by the Malian player. Both sides idle. Red does also have 2 sacred sites for Golden Come. Magenta only has the 1. And right now getting 472 gold per minute. I wonder where he's getting all that gold from. Remember something as well, you can trade with yourself as well. So Magenta could always just build a town center in one of these corners and trade with it. You will get a penalty, but could be good intermediary until you get a more permanent goal solution established. Let's pick off some villagers there. Minor victory. Oh, wait a second. Red's down to 60 villagers. I have not been paying attention to that. I wonder if he deleted some villagers for one big army. He has plenty of food. Just needs more sources of gold. Which there's not really a possibility. So we just need to get more money trade. He also needs more wood. He should probably sell 5,000 food. At least for the gold income. Not unless you buy anything for buy any wood with that. Chinese players going for a pretty high quality army. Red has armor 21,000 for 16. 122 military units plus 9 siege for 66, so double there, plus 9 siege. Bombards putting some holes in these walls. Villagers that Red is having, were these being deleted, or did he actually lose them? I have no idea at this point. I wasn't paying close enough attention to that. A massive conflict here. Nest of Bees not fire full volley there, nor there. Bombards trying to hit the Nest of Bees. Nest of Bees, I think, trying to push forward, hit the Bombards. Gets everything around the Bombards. Hand Cannoneers firing away. Hand Cannoneers getting overrun by the various forces. All of the Chinese horsemen do go down. More reinforcements spearmen in the horsemen here. The Chinese player has plenty of food and wood for the spam out everything. For Red, I'm worried about for his long-term military deployment. Like I said, he needs to sell off some food. 5,000 food needs to be sold off. Long player's not remaxing in time. He has a decent number of military units queued on up. Magenta is doing a better job of remaxing. But has much less room to max them. Forcing to forward or sofas does engage the bombard. The number of spearmen here, hand cannoneers as well. 16, 15 there. A very good elite core of hand cannoneers from Magenta still remains. Now got a good round of sofas. Bombards now advancing. Bombard does go down. Fourth Bombard here can engage.
Red's now starting to fall back. Magenta's already re-maxed out. Red is very far from maxing out. Lucy did solve some of the food. Queued up a whole bunch of Freeborn and Musfati warriors. Spearman's trying to fall back, trying to keep his Archer Corps alive with Sofa. Very nice. The Chinese player still has 9 hand candies remaining. Nothing too significant, but it's still a very nice thing to have. Takes out a trader there. Does save that trader. Sofa's now advancing. Red's trying to fall back a little bit there. A couple of traders going down. Horseman does go down there. Good number of spearmen. And the Chinese player still has plenty of wood and food for his trash units. Red is trying to plot more units. Trying to go for more Musfati gunners, as well as some archers and sofas, or a sofa. As well as a good number of the elite warrior scouts. He does have plenty of food, and they only cost food. They still cost, what, 90 food? Sofa's now advancing. Magenta has make a hole right there, so now this trade post is available. Magenta does not have enough stone for any heavy fortifications. Milan player is still at half villagers. The Chinese player is not rebuilding villagers as well because he just needs some more population space. Trash units don't require as much civilian population to keep them going, barring the replenishments. High replenishment rate. And high replenishment costs. Archers and hand cannoneers are largely uncontested. Got a good number of the Mauling archers pushing forward. Both sides we have silk bows. You know, sounds sort of funny. Chinese archers are a relatively rare unit, but then again, Zunch News somewhat fallen out of favor since archers also have bonus damage for gunpowder, and the increased range is very nice for them. So the Chinese archers do have a place in the army. And against the Freeborn warriors, archers will at least do some damage. Freeborn warriors have, what, 11 armor right now? As some Dons are being put on field, and these fighting guns can form a flight. Modern players bring low food, as well as wood and gold. Chinese players still has a pretty good reserve of food and wood. So both trying to push the way forward. Do now these archers advancing a little bit more. These archers starting to get pushed on back. We've got some Freeborn, the elite warrior scouts that do have plus 11 versus range. Thanks to them at least being veteran. Alright, trying to fall back there. Got now the warrior scouts advancing. Magenta has consumed a decent amount of his reserve of food and wood. Mon player is starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Nowhere near a pop cap as well. Doesn't have also the final food collection research, which also does improve cow income. So he's missing out a pretty good food trickle, as well as just food income in general, because right now he's out of food. Magenta didn't even get a level 2 gold collection. Might as well, when you get the final tier of gold collection is increased drop-off rather than gathering rate, making it not only exponentially more effective with the previous upgrades, but also makes all your gold much more effective on the field, since it turns 4,000 gold into effectively what, plus 50%, plus 4 to 4,600 if my offhand math is incorrect. And we've got the Great Gatehouse getting some good damage there. Warrior Scouts pushing forward, trying to eye for a counterattack. There is 1,000 gold. You know, maybe almost worth Warrior Townsend next to it just to get it all collected on up. Archers and hand cannons find a way. Hand cannons getting a little bit distracted. Warrior Scouts just causing issues. Sophos backing up off. Red now has a bit of a gold reserve, thanks to all the passive gold income. Hopefully Red also has research Tide Barn. I'm not sure if he has or has not. No, the one player has not researched Tide Barn. That is a pretty big loss. That extra amount of wood and stone would have been very, very useful. Nice spear brace there. Or of the Huntress slowly being whittled down from various sources. No spring golden placement, does have a cannon placement. Of course, many up north, there's not too many farmers up here. The Chinese players also getting a pretty good stockpile of gold. And does have a round of traders, nothing too significant at the moment. Room. I don't know why I found that a little bit too amusing. Traders do go down. Or other Huntress does manage to go down to various infantry units there. Sacred Site needs to be continuously decaptured there. This one is currently decaptured. And also got some stone walls going on up. I don't know how well that's solidified, because Red could just delete his own walls. Red's army here got trapped there. And Red can't really afford to lose an army like that. Now below 100 population entirely. Magenta's now pushing forward with good massive units. We've got the East Horsemen up here. And Red does back the game. Is Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And my apologies for being a little bit drowsy. Please give me a moment. I need to fetch a cold drink. I don't have... my AC's not working, so just please give me a moment. Oh, that's carbonated. Explode on.
Didn't explode. And howdy. Yep, that was a good replay. I'm not sure what time you're at. Let's see. Let's try to find a replay from him. Well, they did win, the Chinese archers. It was the Malian player that lost. Let's see, is the person I'm looking for? I'll wait for this. Doesn't look like it. Maybe it's this player I'm looking for. Oh well, on to another player. Here we go, and we've got some replays. Let's see. Got a 1v1 here. Could do that one. And don't think I did this one last week. It's within last week's time frame. Let's see how well this replay goes. This may be my last replay tonight. Like I said, my AC is out, so I'm a little bit on overheating at the moment. Cold drink like that may help. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. So on the left side is the red Deadly Sultanate, we got Baltoon. On the right side is the blue Japanese, we got Traktor AoE. Scout is here. Both players do have good berry collection. We got, of course, one right there. Small expansion here next to a delicious deer and boar deposit. Japanese players have a lot of food up there, and the other large berry deposits down south. He has a small gold behind here, behind this 2 tree line there, so some natural coverage. And along with deer deposit there, this gold is next to the trading post and some stone. So it seems a pretty decent spawn for the Japanese player, and it feels like he's actually pretty close to the central large gold there as well. For the Philly Sultanate player, he does have the berry deposit here. His large expansion berry deposits back here next to a bit of stone. Looks like some of the trees in spawn there. I guess the sheep are very hungry. They became beavers for a moment and it took a chunk out of those trees. Let's see now. We do also have a deer. His other deposit way up here up front, a little bit exposed. So not great there. Training post in the corner for both sides and defensive positions. We do have now Dome of the Faith being put on the field as a Kira Storehouse. Kira Storehouse gets free farms. Dome of the Faith does go ahead and give you discount bargain bin scholars. Howdy. We do have, of course, more wood being clicked on up. The Dome of the Faith is almost complete. That's a good number. Sheeple, that red can lead the Glorian battle. Blue as well. And hopefully not to the slaughter. Right? We do have now the cure. Oh, cancels the wood upgrade. Going for... Actually, not going for any upgrade. We do have now barracks on the field. Looks like blue's going to eye for a bit of aggression. Got stable here, so let's go. Oh, never mind. Once the combat starts picking up, I'll go ahead and slow down the game. Because right now it's just eco phase, but we do have some Ghazi Raiders. Yep, now's probably a good time to slow down. And we've got the Hardened Spearman upgrade, so looks like he's deciding to pull out Spearman to counter the Ghazi Raiders. Not some sort of samurai play. We do now have a stable being put on the field, eyeing for best stability in his life. Pressure Scout's now being started. Of course, he can get all the research, just give enough time. And now got 2 Ghazi Raiders on the field versus soon to be 2 Spearmen. We do have the level 2 wheelbarrow for the Japanese player. The Take Zaiku. I can't pronounce anything. That looks like the Gazerator there does get stabbed one time. Hardened Spearman looks like took a bop from the mace as well. You know, this Gazerator pushed way forward. There's another Spearman there. Japanese players right now has 3 Spearmen. Looks like he's eyeing for a defensive number of Spearmen. Only has stable in the field, not really calling anything out. I hate seeing that notification. Let's switch players to the Japanese players so don't see that notification anymore. Big line of walls going on up, just trying to procure the flank. The natural foliage is being very useful right now. Horsemen advancing, we'll find some exposed villagers there, no spear brace. Taps that villager just a little bit. Local doggo getting some bites there. More spearmen over there, forcing down the gate, and also breaks down the incomplete wall there. Getting, what, 32 damage there? Looks like blue got a very good amount of destroyed valleys so far this game. I was not paying attention to that. What nerf did that? Scout may go down. Didn't think he lost that many Gazi Raiders. 750, what did all that damage? Oh, and Sacred Sites both captured up. Giving about 250 gold income for the Deadly Sultan player. Very nice. And now all 3 Sacred Sites have been obtained. Blue's going to be decapturing this one now. No spear brace there. Geyser is now advancing. This Sacred Site could be decaptured by spearmen. Got a single archer here. Horseman will be taking him out pretty quickly. And so the archer will escape on out there. Scout does get spotted. Up north we do have, looks like both the archer and the local doggo. Spearman does go down there. Got these units pretty forward. Horsemen here. More horsemen being pulled on the field. The spear will eventually go down. Scholar should not be really focused on. Just go for those archer there for horsemen. Got good number of Geyser here, hitting the spearmen. And overall, Blue's getting some great destruction on the field. Red's not doing too much damage so far. Got a good number of spearmen here, and looks like some of these spearmen will be going down to these archers. Horsemen now engaging these spearmen, because they're not going to stand to fight with nearby archers. This Sacred Site will be decaptured. This will be all 3 Sacred Sites decaptured. The Daimyo commander not being pulled here could deploy a mounted bannerman for some heavy infantry or heavy cavalry. Gazi Raiders now advancing. A number of horsemen there. And the local doggo does go down. Archer gets impaled. Now the Hardened Spear research for the Deadly Sultan player completed. Which Paul just trying to get that research going because of course it's Deadly Sultan. Even if he does age up, he basically has no access to timing attacks.
If he does get a time attack, then he has been aged up for a very long time. That's one reason why you generally see Deadly Sultan get out Lancers, Man-at-Arms, and Crossbowmen immediately because they have quality to them. We do have the number of Ghazi Raiders over here. Horsemen and Mounted Bannerman now pushing the way forward. Mounted Bannerman does not move as fast as the Horsemen, but does provide them a lot of extra damage. A weird troll order there caused a bit of model bugging out there. How funny. Sacred Site does get decaptured. Northern Sacred Site is being interrupted. The Horseman is making the Holy Man extra holy. We got now Textiles researched by the Deadly Sultan player. Textiles does research at a normal rate compared to other civilizations for balance reasons. Though they still get that for free. We do now have the Hardened Samurai upgrade. Or is it regular Samurai? And they go from Vanguard Samurai to regular Samurai. And we don't really see too often H2 Samurai deploy on the field. I generally call H2 Man-at-Arms some of the best units in the game. Japanese player is somewhat close to aging up, so is the Sultan player. Horseman down, and now got the more horse pushing forward, this time with support of a Bannerman. And there's going to be a large possible down villagers here. We have a Spearman here, but maybe not enough. Good stutter step there. The Bannerman may want to be out of the formation of these horsemen because it looks like slowing down the formation. Good amount of villagers did go down there. Now the horseman's going to fall back. Textiles was useful, but not useful enough. The outpost was not fully built, and most of these guys will escape on out of there. 4 villagers down, so he's headed by 5 villagers since Textiles does take a bit of time as well to research. We now have some mining upgrades for the Japanese player. Horsemen and Ghazi Raiders now engage each other. Spearmen trying to close the distance. And with this nearby Bannerman, it's generally going to be a one-side engagement in favor of the Horsemen. So now these Horsemen do offer, it looks like 11 damage up here, but it looks like it's rounding up on the top card to 12 damage, so it's somewhere above 11.5, I would hazard a guess. These guys have 12 damage, but of course, they slower attack speed. They do have 1 melee armor, and of course a little bit more health, so maybe they're relatively equal at the moment. Remember Samurai there. Samurai pretty much at the forced stop engage. Horsemen coming in for a nice little flank there. Samurai being a heavy infantry unit have a lot of durability to them. It looks like we got a large number of the Blacksmith research bar and range damage, so they're pretty equal in that aspect. House of Learning now being researched by the Deadly Sultan player, which will give him access to 6 unique technologies, which 4 of them are pretty good. 2 of them are meh.
Japanese player has an army of 53 on the field versus an army of 70. Red has a higher value as well. Blue does have better destruction so far this game. It's largely has been somewhat evening out in the previous engagements. Red's now taking time to cook up the delicious venison since he has 3 professional scouts. Castle Ridge now being researched. Has been deployed in the field by the Delhi Solar player. Will take a bit of time from the time attack. Probably should see. Yeah, he's going for some lancers. Probably a good idea to go for some men at arms while at it. There is a decent number of samurais in the field, so crossbow wouldn't be that bad. Plus, I think right now crossbow's quality would be greater than veteran archer. Veteran archers have up to 6 damage. Crossbows comes out the gate with 11 base damage, so that their slow attack speed won't be too negligible. Loading gate now being employed by the Japanese player now. No mounted bannerman in this formation. Does have a mounted bannerman right there. Yes, upgrade the formation. There was a distractionary warlock. Obtains 1 samurai. Oh, looks like the samurai will be focused down there. Wait, how's deflection? Wait, do converted samurai not get deflection? Deflection should work on all melee attacks, right? Am I stupid? Is this something I'm not realizing how deflection doesn't work? Or was it already spent and it was a visual bug because of it being converted? Or maybe it just doesn't work if it gets converted. You have to be Japanese to use deflection. I have no idea. Spearmen now advance way forward. Got some lancers on mix on in, which Spearmen will do fine versus them. The number of archers deployed in the field. Trying to focus on these various archers. They are veteran archers right now versus veteran samurai. Odachi upgrade now complete. Now Blue's trying to fall back. Red is even up the short value quite a bit and has nearly double the army value in the field. We do have right now just Daimyo Manor, which does of course give him an extra arrow. And up here, we do have now Spearmen and Samurai advancing with some horsemen going for the wood line. Now the Samurai push straight forward. The first Yoshio's probably in a stable. It's in a blacksmith. Or forge, I should say. Villagers advancing forward to try to obtain this gold deposit. I am not sure where they're going. Lancer getting killed by the mounted samurai. Red has some forces here, but nothing to kill buildings. Red, what is... Oh, keep right there. That is interesting. Unusual spot to say the least. Red does have 73 military units in the field versus 25. Blue has pretty good quality to his army, but it's simply not enough quality. Does have a Mangonel in the field, second Mangonel on the way, as was Spring Gold already in the field, with second Spring Gold on the way. So it's not pulling out any real melee force other than a handful of spearmen. Here right now he has, with our cast vision, we see he has 7 spearmen and 2 man-at-arms. So definitely pull off the Spring Gall deployment. Magnells I do quite agree with. And looks like he's going to use this to obtain the venison. And heal the village fortress here, might as well. Huh. Do you still have access to ring town bell without village fortress? Interesting. Other civs don't get that, right? Oh, obtain the berries here as well, and of course let's get the improved berry capacity. Magenta or Blue has a very good number of farms in the field. Oh, I do now have the Daimyo Palace, gets us another arrow, and of course 2 more Bannermans available. Lancers torching down this gate. Village trying to repair it on up. Mount Samurai advancing, but they're going to be way outnumbered there. You have now Onimusha, which is the anti-heavy unit for the Japanese, a mounted archer. Has less base damage than archers, and less bonus damage as well. Good mobility. I think overall, people generally don't like them overall due to their lower combat DPS. They're also a little more expensive. Mobility is nice and all, but sometimes not everything. When you deploy a counter unit, you want to do that counter very well. It does it less well. You now have the Mount Halt's research almost complete, which allows his elephants to move almost at the speed of man-at-arms, ever so slightly slower. Trebuchet is now engaged in this keep. All 3 6 sides captured by Red, which also gives him a decent amount of gold income. In fact, Red can almost age on up. The Japanese player, not so much, has a good number of samurai. They have some arm. Oh, sorry, I hit my microphone pretty hard there. They have some armory quality, though. Blue's army is much smaller. It does have a good number of siege weapons, though. So Sultan's now being put in field, which will give him gunpowder tower elephants. And great. Got another spam bot, but of course with my sense and all that sort, it does go ahead and really butchers up the message, so it is illegible. Just give me a moment to ban this damn bot. And purge from existence. Even though bots have no existence. We do now have some walls going on up. At least, nope, they don't get ghosted in time. Could also throw a single torch in this one while at it. He captures the sacred site there. Red's army is rotating around. We do have a good number of mounted samurai, 2 mounted bannermans, and a handful of Onimusha. 1 scout here, who's constantly asking for a dispenser. We do now have the Howdah's research. Gaming has tower elephants, crossbows, non-gunpowder ones. Also gives them 4 range armor, making it effectively almost bulletproof. The Deadly Soul player has a massive core of archers in the field. 1 for elite archers now. Long game goes on the current rate, the better the Deadly Soul player is. Japanese player needs to probably start eyeing to age up relatively soon. Maybe Castle of Crow, though Tengashima Gunsmith are always pretty good as well. And he is fighting against Deadly Sultan, so probably Tengashima Gunsmith is the way to go to help engage those elephants. Pier takes some damage there. Village Fortress is complete. For now, Jet Clear does have 80 villagers versus Red just 70. And Blue's eyeing for a forward, not really forward, a somewhat forward town center. Gold deposit here has not been touched, nor has this one. And this one here as well. So Blue could start eyeing play, fight for the gold, rather for go for gold, rather for silver metal. Though you tend to find a large amount of silver intermixed with gold, and smelt them down into an alloy. Together, you get Electrum. We do now have a gunpowder elephant and another not gunpowder elephant. And looks like they finally fixed the bug here where gunpowder elephants were being ×3 up there. Very good. And we got good gunpowder elephants. Looks like the Delhi Solo player is designed for elephants. They're highly, overall seems like they're very population efficient. They're very, not only population efficient for their mounted DPS, they offer excellent anti-structure DPS as well. Overall, a gunpowder elephant's what, 3 population? Yep, that is very, very good. They're just incredibly costly, and they are probably not cost effective, just population effective. So a stampede of elephants is incredibly powerful. We do now the Castle of the Crow being pulled in field. Probably go for the trade right there. It's probably getting about what, 2,000 resources per caravan. Incendiary arrows as well as the Elite Ghazi Raider upgrade. Delhi Summer Players almost at pop cap. So is Blue. Odamusha's only people in San Francisco heavy. Tower Elephants are neither classified, or they're not classified as heavy, nor I think light. Oh, got some Elite Lancers here. No, it's been a while since last seen Elite Lancers for the Delhi Sultanate. You do get them for free. Castle of the Crow provides excellent DPS, does get plus 110 damage versus cavalry. And we don't see any caravans just yet from the Castle of the Crow. Probably should get that going. There it is. And we'll provide 120, so it is 2,000 resources. I was just only off by 100 resources, so it's 2,100 resources. I said that's a very good guess from me. Now the fortress now going on up, the village fortress, who's trying to obtain the gold deposit as well. And we've got the trebuchets now rotating over there. Southwest entry units one at a time does get massive bonus damage. The rock is a very powerful weapon, actually doing 190 damage. So will one-shot to almost every, pretty much all range units. I don't think there's any range units that can withstand a shot from it that's not an elephant or siege unit. This gate will be breached. Chepler may want to eye up a bit of stone over here. Also got a bit of an opening there. Trebuchets engage, very nice. Red's now advancing its way forward. We got a good number of elite mounted samurai. Horsemen straight forward, spearmen as well. Formations coming in a little bit piecemeal, so is your Reds. Elephants need to get in range though. Bombars do bonus damage versus elephant. It's more of a soft counter rather than a hard counter, honestly. Raiders will break through these trebuchets, no problem. No biology research just yet, though the Castle of Crow will not one-shot them. We got Daimyo Palace here. I can go for Shogunate Castle, get even another rocket in place of defend this region. At that point in time, it's maybe just better to go for another castle. Loosen up straightforward. Right now, red has an army of 110 on the field versus 64. Value is severely in favor of red. And also managed to obtain every single relic. Blue does have, of course, your Shiros. Let's see, what's this upgrade again? Spirit equipped with stronger spirit, increasing their weapon range by 20% and bonus aim versus cavalry. Now this is going to be a very good upgrade to help deal with the elephants. I forgot about that research existing. It's basically only really meant for fighting against elephants. You can make them, you don't really need the extra damage versus various other heavy cavalry, but that just makes them really good versus elephants, as well as probably the gilded units as well. Maybe it's also probably a good upgrade when fighting against, say, Master Royal Knight and things of that sort. But against elephants, very good. Gold deposit being seized. Next trade caravan is in 60 seconds. Bombars engaging this keep, taking severe damage there. Of course, Blue's region over here can go down. Castle Crow does have 5,500 health in total. Red keeps at just 5,000. And looks like the keep does go down long. Blue does seize this gold deposit. Here comes Blue. Got a cannon placed here in a fortified outpost. We do also have here a fortified outpost. No weapon upgrade just yet. Villagers, I'm not sure what they're doing. I think they're just being sat. Spearmen a little bit, moving a little bit dumb as well. Got Spearmen now advancing. We got a line of stone walls along the flank. Very nice. Idle villagers here. There's a bit of stone they can collect on up. Castle Crow is on fire. It is a landmark, so it only takes wood for repairs. Got new palace as well, so it's not going for any Shogunate castles. It does cost a lot of stone. Villagers idle. Castle Crow, I think it's getting repaired up faster, but he is losing being drained quite a bit of wood. Elephants pushing along the flank. 5 gunpowder elephants, 5 crossbow elephants. Red does break off a siege. Castle Crow's receiving repairs. I wonder if that trade caravan made it. We do now have the Silk Bow Shrine queued on up. I wonder if that affects the units in the back of the tower elephants. This is their originally were archers. Got a good number of spearmen. Definitely a very good number of spearmen. Got a very good number of supporting archers here though, so he does have a bit of a counter there. One of the elephants are getting report by all the siege weapons. Spearmen advancing forward. Archers start stepping away. Bombard's going down. It's also a pretty good pick there by Blue. Command archers
probably are a little bit more expendable now, though there's a couple man-arms for them to pick off. And Blue's gonna fall back there. Red has a higher destroy value than Blue at the moment. And looks like at least some of the players are scoring for mass man-arms to the front line. Help engage the spear, very nice. Blue does have... Yeah, these are all just leftover Onimushas. Though, if they get the elite, that wouldn't be half bad at this moment. Problem is, they are worthless for Tower Elephants because they have 14 range armor. Some of these Mangonels are going to go on down. Bombard is causing a bit of issues. Bombard's doing a good job of sniping some of these Mangonels. Got some Spring Golds mixed on in. And Blues right now has a massive number of Bombards. 6 Bombards for him versus Deli's almost just 4 with a 5th one in the way. Probably a good idea to get some outlying mills to improve the drop-off locations. We do now have the Armored Beast research, increasing his elephant's health by 20% and range armor by 4. That's just only meant for the war elephants, the melee elephants. Pumbaa now being obtained. A little bit late for it, but it's still very delicious. Veteran Horseman now being restored to Japanese players. It's going to try to get some more, get an alternate deck. Against the archers and versus the elephants, Horseman will do good damage there. Man arms pushing along the flank. Japanese player has some resources to work with. The Delhi Summer player has a massive stockpile of resources. Could actually start eyeing towards a wonder. Delhi Summer player could just eye for some proxy production, and I just be aggressive. We have now another keep here. Got some idle villagers here. Seems like every time I look over, Blue has some idle villagers. Not good. Man arms there. What the hell? Bombard's sort of bugging out. Yep, Bombard's occlusion's really bugging out right there. Clean up some of those other units there. Got the archers skirmishing around. The arming tactic is almost complete by the Delhi Sultan player. As well as the final gold with technology, give him increased gold drop off. Farms going on up over here. Bombard's engaging the Castle Crow once again. Castle Crow taking severe damage there. Good hits there. Archers just push away forward. They will be pursued by these horsemen. The horsemen should not be being peeled off. We got a third town center back here. buying for more daimyo manners. He does have enough stone for it. We saw some more of these villagers there. That is a good number of bombards there, and also firing behind some stone walls. Assuming there's no collision issues. Looks like the bombards having some pathing issues. They should just be attacked, moved this way. I nope, they're just being moved over this way. Horsemen and Mount Samurai engaged there. Keep goes on down. The other Silver player has a pretty good queue of man-at-arms. God's Raiders, Mage's going to queue up a whole mass of arms so he can start bringing wave after wave. Jeff Quiz has got some resources in reserve now. Elephants being micro while we got all the units just pushing forward. Red's bombards getting hit by Blue's bombards. Now got a pretty good wave of scholars hitting the beasts. Looks like Red's just smashed way through. The elephants are effectively being bulletproof right now. Red's ground army is also pushing way forward through as well, because man arms are nice and upgraded. Each of the hone blades getting a +3 damage. And Blue just got straight crushed right there. Elephant takes some damage there. Bombards taking out some of these stables. Castle Crow takes severe damage. Castle Crow has gone down. Won't be able to repair up the Castle Crow. Got a couple defensive bombard emplacements there. For now, Red has a pretty good army advancing. Blue's having trouble remaxing. Not really remaxing. I wonder if they're chatting something like that. Blue's not doing all too much. He's going for a couple units, but not really spending his resource reserve, and he still has 50 spare population. Red smashes his way forward. Last remaining landmarks are here, here, and here. That's what Red needs to accomplish for Annihilation victory. Blue's trying to muster up a force back here. Blue is just trying to mass up another force. Running low on gold, as well as wood. As the number of spring balls in the field help you up all these small arms. This is probably the best case situation for all these spring balls. Horsemen push along the flank. Man arms intercept the horsemen, very nice. Bombards focusing down the elephants. Spring balls could try splashing down all the scholars. Got some Ashikaru hand cannoneers. And it looks like Blue's army got smashed through once again.
Red's reinforcements are queuing up. 75 man arms queued. And Blue does back the game now. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, I am not at 100% in today since my AC is out, so I'm going to call the stream a little bit early tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening.